Greetings and welcome to another Pokemon 2019 or Pokemon Journeys anime episode review. This time I am talking about episode 144, which is episode 8 of Aim to Be a Pokemon Master. So, let's get to it. In this episode, Ash, Misty, and Brock arrive at an unknown town, with Misty being very happy because she just bought a cute, heart-shaped hair clip. They soon run into Officer Jenny, who tells them that a strange phenomenon has been happening in houses all over town. She believes a Pokemon is behind this, but she does not know which one. She then decides to investigate a house that was just hit. Ash sends out Gengar and he offers to help with the investigation. They all head into the house, where Misty and Officer Jenny find the Generation 1 Ghost Sprite, while Ash and Brock also find the Generation 1 Ghost Sprite, albeit this time it's clear that it's a Banette, who manages to escape the building despite Gengar and Pikachu's attempts to stop it. They all then chase Banette all over town, since Banette strikes a bunch of other houses. However, they are unable to stop it. Officer Jenny informs Ash and friends that Banette has stolen a bunch of heart-shaped items. The episode then cuts to Banette, who takes its latest loot to a decrepit house where it has a stash of items. In front of a mirror, Banette proceeds to try out several of the items it stole. However, none of them match what Banette is looking for. Banette then takes out a picture of a girl holding a substitute doll that has a heart-shaped hair clip on its ear. Thanks to the Pokédex, Ash and friends realize that Banette are born from abandoned dolls. They wonder if the grudge from being abandoned is why Banette is harassing people. However, Ash decides that they need to learn more about Banette before making any conclusions. However, before they do this, they head to the Pokemon Center to eat. Meanwhile, Banette continues its desperate search, which bears no fruit. So it sits on a roof while staring at the picture from earlier. After eating, Ash and friends begin their search for Banette, which bears fruit instantly. However, Banette drops its picture, which is caught by Brock. Banette rushes to retrieve the picture, but it notices Misty's hair clip, so it changes target. Misty avoids Banette and she makes a run for it, with Banette close behind. While Pikachu stops Banette with Electro Web and Ash tries to reason with it, Banette manages to get away. But Ash has Gengar chase it. While Gengar chases Banette all the way to its decrepit house, Gengar does not see Banette enter the house. Brock shows the picture to Ash and Misty, which allows them to learn that Banette was born from this doll, and that it is looking for the hair clip it had back then, since it was given to it by the girl that owned it, which makes the hair clip precious to Banette. Gengar then returns to reveal that it lost track of Banette. Ash decides to give Misty's hair clip to Banette, which Misty agrees to, while Brock says that something is bothering him about this situation. The episode then cuts back to Banette, who has a flashback, which shows that the hair clip it had was made by the girl using paper, and that Banette had a nickname when it was a doll, Gonchan. The flashback then shows that the girl moved out of the house Banette is currently in, and she left the doll behind, believing that the movers would take it with them, but they accidentally left it behind. This reminds me of Toy Story. After dozens of years, the house was reduced to the decrepit state it is currently in, and the doll morphed into Banet, marking the first time this has ever happened in any Pokemon media, even though it's been part of Banette's lore for a long time. The first thing Banette did after transforming was find the picture shown earlier. This made Banette search for the girl. However, all it did was find the wrong girl and scare her, before realizing that it no longer had the hair clip. Banette went back to the house to find the hair clip, and it did. However, due to its age, the hair clip crumbled. The flashback ends here. The next day, Gengar leads Ash and friends to where it lost the track of Banette. Since the house looks suspicious, they decide to investigate it. Inside, they find Banette, to whom they return the picture and give Misty's hair clip, which delights Banette. Ash then offers to help Banette find the girl. However, while they find a bunch of similar looking girls, they are not the one. They then realize that Banette has no idea what the girl looks like, and the picture is not clear. Plus, it's obviously old, meaning that the girl is an adult by now. Undeterred, however, they continue their search all over town, which bears no fruit. Depressed, Banette leaves, and Gengar follows it since it is worried. Gengar finds Banette sitting on a train. Banette tells Gengar that it will depart to search for the girl elsewhere. Gengar encourages Banette, and the two of them bid each other farewell when the train departs. Meanwhile, Brock finally figures out what was bothering him. The girl in the picture is none other than Nurse Joy. Ash excitedly heads out to share the good news with Banette. However, he runs into Gengar, who informs him that Banette left. Ash sends out Dragonite in order to catch up to Banette alongside Gengar. Meanwhile, Nurse Joy shares with Brock and Misty that she lost her favorite doll when she moved, and she never thought it would become a Banette. With Gengar and the Dragonite's help, Ash reaches Banette. After hearing the good news, Banette happily heads back to town with Ash and his Pokemon. This allows Banette to reunite with Nurse Joy, who breaks down into tears after seeing the hair clip, and she lovingly embraces Banette while apologizing for leaving it alone. This touching reunion makes pretty much everyone, especially Gengar, cry. All of this is witnessed by Latias. The episode ends the next day, with Ash and the friends bidding farewell to Nurse Joy, who thanks them for everything they did, and to Banette, who is now Nurse Joy's assistant, meaning that they can now work and be together, which for Nurse Joy is a dream come true. So, that's the short but detailed summary of the episode. Now it's time to highlight, analyze, and comment on my favorite moments and or moments that are noteworthy / interesting. I honestly loved this episode. Now sure, like most of the other episodes in this mini-series, nothing monumental, game-changing, or exciting happened in this episode. This was just another standard, run-of-the-mill Pokemon anime episode, which is not the kind of episode we should be getting in a mini-series that is only 11 episodes long and meant to be the conclusion of Ash's journey and time as the protagonist. But despite this, I still loved this episode because it had heart. Like the Bertic episode, which I found compelling and endearing, and unlike most of the other episodes in this miniseries, which were all mostly funny/goofy, I think that this episode had a heartfelt and captivating story that captured my complete attention and made me care for a character that only appears in this episode. I really felt for Banet, and I wanted it to find the heart-shaped hair clip it was looking for and for it to reunite with the girl that cared for and played with it back when it was still a doll. Banet reminiscing about and desperately chasing its past made for an emotional story that had me grasping my heart in sorrow. And it made me almost tear up at the end due to its happy conclusion. I just love stories like this, ones that can bring out such sadness and emotion from me while also making me feel attached to the characters. The Pokemon anime is great with stories like this, and they are always a highlight for me. Additionally, I love that Gengar got to play such a big role in this episode, which is fitting since the episode focused on a ghost-type Pokemon that was abandoned, which is exactly what Gengar is. And it's also why Gengar wanted to help Banet so badly, which was endearing. It was also great to see Dragonite again. Also, as always, I am glad that Latias is still hanging around Ash. But those are my thoughts on and analysis of the episode. Now it's time to bring this review to a close by going over my overall opinion of the episode. So, overall, I absolutely loved this episode. Again, it definitely wasn't anything significant or monumental or important, but it was an emotional and heartfelt episode featuring charming characters, a compelling story, delightfully sad music, and a happy ending. I am honestly weak to all these things when they are put together in such a beautiful way. Therefore, it's no surprise that I like this episode so very much. But that's the review and the video. So, as always, leave your own thoughts down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and would like to see more like it, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I love Pokemon and I love making videos on both the anime and the games. Also, please consider clicking the links on screen so that you can check out more videos like this right away. Thank you very much for watching, and let's meet again in the next video.